I'm going to give you 3 game changer tips that will help you slowly float from an L-sit to a plank position or chaturanga very slowly, which is also known as a Ashtanga Vinyasa jump back. Now, before we start with the first tip, quick disclaimer, I am not a Ashtanga Vinyasa teacher. Although I'm a little bit familiar with the tradition, I do not practice it, so my tips will be coming from the perspective of a movement and body weight training coach. The first tip is to stay as small as possible for as long as possible throughout the movement. Let me explain. In calisthenics, for example, everyone knows it's much easier to hold this position than to hold this one with the body extended like this. So why extend your body unnecessarily too soon? I see a lot of people trying to do this movement and they're here and they try to extend. It just doesn't work. It feels really heavy. So what you want to do is, I'm going to exaggerate this, but try as long as possible for your current strength to maintain that small position, and then open up from there. Now, I said based on your strength, this is going to bring me to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to train your shoulder strength separately from practicing this skill or separately from your yoga practice if you are a yogi. Now, let me elaborate more on this. It is possible to only practice this skill and eventually get it, or it is also possible to only practice your yoga asana practice, make progress little by little over time, and eventually get it. But you want to be clear with your intentions. So if you're just practicing your yoga practice for spiritual reasons and you don't mind slow progress, that's totally cool. But if you want to kind of get ahead a little bit and be able to enjoy this transition in your asana, or you're just so excited about it, you are missing out on a lot if you don't train your shoulder strength separately. Now, think of it this way. Have you met a person before where you've been practicing this move for months and months and months and making very little progress, and you meet someone who just happened to be strong from bodybuilding or CrossFit or whatever, and they just try it first try and it works? That's because this move uses a ton of shoulder strength, and it is much faster to acquire this strength if you're training strength separately rather than just doing a practice or training skills. One other example is, say you're a singer or a guitar player or anything, and there's a part in the song where there's a high note or fast passage, and it's a 6-minute song, and instead of just practicing this part so when it comes you nail it every time, you're just practicing the whole song every time, and by the time you get to that part you're already kind of exhausted, you have to worry about a million things. It's just more efficient, if that is your goal, to train your shoulder strength separately. Now, I have a very specific shoulder strength training routine for free here on YouTube that I'll link in the description. Go through it one time. If you like it, then do it 2 to 3 times a week and you will get there in no time. And the last tip, tip number 3, extremely underrated and extremely misunderstood, is to work on your handstand progressions. Notice I didn't say handstand, I said handstand progressions. That's because a lot of you think that working on handstand is too advanced or you're too beginner, but in reality, whatever level you're at, there is a progression that will start moving you in that direction that you can manage to do in practice. And practicing this will give you tons of awareness, tons of body control, tons of insight to apply to any move in yoga or in calisthenics that requires putting weight on your hand. Now, I have a bunch of free guides. For example, if you're working on the handstand press where you kind of get up to it without jumping or kicking, even if you don't have a great handstand, you can just do the initial part. I have a full free mini course for that. And for more beginner things, I have 4 free guides depending on your level. So if you're having trouble kicking up to the wall, free guide. If you're having trouble facing the fear of falling over, I have free guide. If you can't climb up to the wall, you can kick up to the wall, but you can't get off in balance, I have free guide. If you think your shoulders are too stiff, guess what? I have free guide. All of them are on mazen.coach. But I'll put a link in the description. Check it out if you want. And thank you so much for watching.